Hey, what's going on Facebook and YouTube? All right, how are you all tonight? I hope you're all well. It is it's obviously nighttime. It's not too often I do a vlog at night. But this is kind of like a slightly triggered vlog. I'm like not angry or anything like that, just kind of sad. Um a friend of mine just posted on Facebook that a family member had passed away. Um I'm not going to say names or anything like that. Um, but my understanding and what I read was this girl that passed away um, took her own life for mental health issues. Um, it's pretty sad. Um, I'm not 100% sure what caused it. It's not my business or anything like that. Um, but if this friend of mine sees this, they'll know who they are. If you want to chat with me, reach out. You know, fill me in. I promise I won't put it out there, but if you want to fill me in, fill me in. And I'm sorry to hear what had happened. It's a very sad state of affairs. Um, um, Unfortunately, it's not my first friend that has lost somebody due to mental illness. Um, I don't know if I'm accurate in saying this, but um, my guessing is this was a take their own life sort of deal. So, for lack of a better word, suicide. Um, I don't care much for that word. I don't like what it means. But it is sad because it happens so often. People are taking their lives every day. Uh, Teenagers, young adults, adolescents, even kids, grown adults, even all the way up to the elderly. Some of the elderly are killing themselves. It's crazy because, you know, I can't say one thing is the problem. There's a big problem, and it's the world. The world and the people in it are the biggest problem. And, uh, we keep talking about mental health, mental health. You hear it in the news, you hear it on you see it on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and all these other groups and websites and all this shit, Instagrams. You just hear people all the time talk about mental health and how we have to help people. But I don't understand why nobody reaches out. Um, I always extend my arm. If I know somebody's in need, I will always extend my arm. And the sad part is I think I could be wrong, but if not the majority, almost everybody suffers from some sort of mental illness. It's just the way it is. There's always something in somebody's brain. Excuse while I itch my nose. There's always something in somebody's brain. It's caused them a lot of grief, a lot of problems. Whether it's uh, problems with a spouse, problem with an ex-spouse, problem with a family member, problem with a child, problem with more children, problem with friends, problems with family, problems with acquaintances, or just people you don't know, bullies. Uh, and the sad part is, and I could be wrong again, but I think the majority of the people, especially in teenagers and young adults, they take their lives because people are bullying them or being mean. Um, and it could be, and it could not be that. It could be because of the sad state of affairs that the world's in because of our governments. Whether you're in the US or Canada or China or Australia or New Zealand, whatever. If your government is shit, your government is shit, and your government creates more problems than they fix. I see this every day. I open my eyes, and I see what's going on out there. Um, and I know this. People are going, oh, it's the coronavirus that's causing people to kill themselves. No, it's not. This has been going on since before this corona crap. This corona crap has absolutely nothing to do with people offing themselves or whatever the case may be. And you can't make excuses for people who off themselves. I don't. It makes me sad to hear that people do this, and you don't realize. And I don't know how many people out here that are going to watch this video have been close to somebody or know somebody who's been really close to somebody that has taken their lives. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know. I've got several people in my in my in my little world that I know somebody who knows somebody who's taken their life. And I know several people who know people. And it's kind of like, it's very sad. I wish I knew what to say to get whoever, like, I deal with, myself, I deal with a lot. For those of you who know me, I'm dealing with more than I need to be dealing with. But I deal with it every day. A lot of people see a smile on my face. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong. Richard, you're fine. And blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'm telling you, man, I think most of the time the smile is fake because I'm in my car. I'm grumpy. I'm sad. My brain's constantly going. It never shuts off. It's always worried about what's going to happen next, whether it's family issues or what's going to happen in the world next. Like I don't really know the answer to anything. I don't. And if you claim you do, you clearly don't, because I don't think anybody knows the answer. It's just, we got to stop being mean to one another and start being nicer to people. This is the big problem. That's the To me, at least to me, that's the biggest problem, is people are so goddamn hell-bent on hurting others. It's time to stop. It's time for people to grow up, man up, woman up, child up, whatever, and grow the fuck up. Stop being mean so people stop killing themselves. I just, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'd say I probably know 7 or 8 people now that have had a family member or a very, very close friend or a loved one, a spouse, off themselves because of how mean people were. You could say what you want, that the person was weak or whatever the case may be. To me, that's not the case. I don't think you're weak if you off yourself, but I think you need to reach out and take that extra step, because it might be easier for you, but it's not easier for everybody else around you. People you care about, people who love you, that's not easy for them. This lives on in people's lives forever. I have another friend who, I believe in 2015, if I could be wrong, but I think it was in 2015 or early 2016, I had a friend of mine's daughter off herself. And we don't know why. It was just a weird situation. At least I was never told if there was a reason. But what I was told was this kid had everything going for her. Boyfriend that loved her. She was, go-getter and happy and taking trips and doing stuff. And she had a trip planned to go away. And, I think it was a week or a couple days or something before she was supposed to take this trip. She just, sad to say, she hung herself. That stuff still burns on my brain. Like, I think about it, I'm like, well, but why? Like, I knew this little girl personally, and I never ever thought that would happen with this kid. Like, she was crazy happy. She was nuts. and not in a cuckoo way. She was like, she was out there. She was ready to go. She faced life head on and took everything. It didn't matter what it was. But clearly something triggered this poor girl, and that was it. And we don't know what it was, but it's sad. And to anybody, including my most recent friend who just lost a family member, I'm sorry. And to anybody else who's thinking about it or just needs to talk, hit me up. Meet me for a coffee, whatever. If you need to talk something out, I mean, I'm no therapist or psychiatrist or anything, but if you just need to vent, just vent. If you just want me to be quiet, I'll listen. And if you need me to answer a question, I'll answer the question as best as I can. But we got to stop off on ourselves, and we got to start reaching out for help. It's too sad. I don't really understand it, but it hurts my heart every time I hear it. And I'm gonna go on topic, but off in a different section. It's like recently, I don't know. Well, probably not too recently. I think it was several months ago. We've had a few jumpers off a building, off a parking structure that's about 8 stories high. We had another jumper just recently, right around the same time that went off the parking structure, off a bridge right in front of me. Jumped off a bridge and landed on a set of railroad tracks, and just I watched it happen. Watched that one happen, and that stuff even sits with me. Watching people do this, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. It was just like boom, done. It happened that quick, and I could not figure out for the life of me why. Now, should I be seeing somebody about it? Probably, but I try not to let that get to me because I got to move on with my own life. But it still comes to my brain every now and again. When I go over that overpass, I think about it for a minute or two, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I saw that. I can't believe I couldn't do anything about it. But if I can't stop somebody from offing themselves, I would love to. So to all my friends, to all my family, to all my family's family, if they see this, please, if you don't even know me and you see this video, please reach out. Just say, hey man, I need to talk. I got problems. Even if you just want to type it out online and just send it to me in an email or whatever, I'll give you my email and just send me an email. And if you want me to reply to it, let me know and I will. And I'll give you my best answers. Try to reassure you that life is not a terrible thing. Like I said, we all deal with issues whether it's financial, family, friends. Again, it's just goes on and on and on. But we gotta face things head on and just try not to let it affect us that much. I know it's hard. Life is terrible. People are terrible. But we gotta start looking at the good and stop focusing on the negative. There's a lot of good in the world and there's a lot of good in people. You just gotta find the right people. It's just, please. It breaks my heart every time I hear something like this. It does. It breaks my heart. I don't know what the mother and father and aunts and uncles are going through, and I couldn't imagine what they're going through. And I hope I have 2 beautiful kids myself, 1 daughter, 1 son. And I hope no matter what happens in this world, I hope that they never think about that. I hope that they always look at the positive in the world, because there's more positive in the world than negative. It's just media focuses on the negative, and that's what makes people the way they are. Stop it. Focus on the positive. Do you have a job? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have a car? Do you have food in your stomach? Do you have people that love you? That's the most important thing. Do you have people that love you? God damn right you do. And if you think you don't, please reach out and get help. It's not too late. Don't make that step. Please don't make that step. Just reach out, get help. Talk to your friends, talk to your families, talk to your mothers, your fathers, your sisters. Get help, please. Anyway, I'm going to post this. I'm not expecting any reactions, no thumbs up, no thumbs downs, but if you want to, please do. Please comment. Let's get this. I'd like to see this video get out there because this is a very touchy subject. All right. Take it easy, everybody. Bye for now.